the Melody's custom resemblance was witchy wind-up. I didn't believe it, but that was the word that came to mind. And those things can make customs. Now, the next resemblance that I have is going to be, which is the final resemblance, the individual here and now. And that means that it's time to get into the astrology. Both Gemini signs, so there's a lot in common. Both very fun, positive, light, childlike, very talkative, social, all of those derivatives, all of those characteristics and traits that I'm going to add to my self-forgotten, forget it. Now, besides that, now we're going to be talking about weather. The weather that I imagine for Denver is the weather that we're experiencing right now. Overcast, partly sunny, partly cloudy, medium room temperatures, Gemini season weather. Or flip backwards, the weather during Sagittarius season. Cold, pale, December, like November. And the weather for Melody is the weather right now. So, we're going to get into the connections, besides what I already said. And I think that you both should have looked at your natal chart information. Both having sort of this bluntness, just seemingly push at times, shown with kind of a fun, kind of that same speaking quality, personality, very fun and light-hearted Gemini, generally. And both, I don't really have a lot of words to explain this, really, because, and also it may be in looks, it may be in facial expressions, it may be in hair color, you never know. But these resemblances cannot be explained or described through words very easily on the spot right now. It actually is looking at one person and then another person, and then determining the resemblances and their customs and their custom resemblances. And I think that the rest could be determined through what has to be discovered. And I think the rest is, I think that both of you need to find the connections between both of you. The rest I can't explain. And I want everyone to find the connections between these two individuals. And that's it. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. And in my hands, I have this music book. Now, also, in talking about careers apply to the astrology. And Gemini. Well, singing and being a music teacher and teaching and conducting, composing, all those things are very, Gemini, because they're very light and fun and, bubbly and social. And they like to talk and do things that, singing is talking, but through melody and rhythm and all those types of things. So, that is, so, I have, actually, if you want to take and look at and learn the music that I have in this folder, then you can grab copies on the way out. But that's really all that I have for you. So, that wraps up this Resemblance Prayer. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that you all had a wonderful time. And I know that this will, again, make a fine addition to my pageantry editions.